Okay, welcome back this is the third little video for, and now we're going to talk about first in maintenance of the BR series again on the BR10 burner. Just before we get too excited, there's 3 or 4 things I'm just going to show you. One is you will need a 32mm ring spanner. You will need some sort of toothbrush. You will need a bunch of rags, the more the merrier, and optionally we might talk about using something like Mr. Muscle here to help get the goo off the diffuser plate. Let me just warn you, and the warning's written on the back of these, this stuff's explosive. Do not do it anywhere near anything that's hot, so let everything cool down. Okay, now this does work pretty well on a lot of oil types that have gunked up the diffuser plate. We'll talk about that in a bit later. Okay. Just another thing is, this is the installation and operating guide and for the BR series burners. Now, everything we've talked about and will talk about is covered inwards in here. So this, you get a copy with the burner, and you can download as many as you like for nothing off our website. Okay, so that's got everything in it and the maintenance procedures. Okay. All right, now let's make a start here. Assuming we have turned off the power, everything's cooled down. Okay. Now this is a nice clean diffuser ring, but one that's been burning for a week or 2 or 3 or 4 might have been coked up with all sorts of goo. So what you would want to do is try and wipe the goo off, and you can kind of see a little bit of this waxy residues coming off there. Now if you don't get anywhere with that, you could try some Mr. Muscle on there, spray it on, give it 5 or 10 minutes, and then wipe it off with a rag or with the toothbrush. You've got to experiment a little bit, because the amount of goo here and how hard it is pretty much depends on the nature of the waste oil, and that can vary. Okay, so very important to get these slots here clean so that the air can get through them. Okay, and it's very important that you get these electrodes nice and clean on the end here, so you get a nice clean spark. Okay, the nozzle here, the book says you can take that off, pull it apart, there's a whizzer inside. In our experience, that's rarely necessary. Okay, now when you're fiddling around and cleaning your diffuser plate and the electrodes, you might get things out of position. Well, the book tells you exactly how to put things back in the correct position. Now, don't stress about this too much. It's not that critical. It's not that critical, the positioning of everything, but the book does tell you that. Pretty much the only tools you need are a flat blade screwdriver and about a 2.5mm Allen driver here. And if you have sort of bent things out of position, no problems, just you can push things back in. The critical thing to watch here is that if you just get the camera down right down there, is to make sure that there's about a 3mm gap between the electrodes, and that the position of the pair of electrodes and that 3mm gap is not too close to any metal around it. It's not too close to that edge of the diffuser, and it's not too close to the nozzle. So pretty much midpoint, and you'll have no problems at all. Okay, and again, the intention here of cleaning it is to get these air gaps clean and get any carbon away from the ignition electrodes, which will give you ignition problems. And that's pretty much all you have to worry about at this end of any of the BR series burner guns. Okay, so now let's move over to a BR20 burner that we've got fitted to a boiler here.